I'm Katrina, and this is Sow and Tare. We're going to talk a little bit about cold temperatures while I snuggle with Mr. Ringo here. Well, mister, I got all warmed up to see the elk. Yeah, but they saw me. Come here. Yes, hi, sweetie. Hello. Hi. So, Ringo and I sit like this sometimes. I have cameras in my pockets. And he likes to go up top. I should have... Move your butt, sweetie. Yeah, let me do the camera up. Alright. So, honey, you're sliding. Okay, let's try it again. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Hi. So Ringo and I will sit on the porch. And he gets pets and cuddles. And usually he ends up on my chest or on my shoulder. Hi, you're a purring machine this morning. Hi. I know. Stretch, 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 stretch. Stretch, 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 stretch. There you go. So, Mr. Ringo's my bud. Hi. So let's talk a little bit about cold weather. I probably should have gloves on, but I don't. It's 16 degrees out. I have a cat. He's warm. Huh. He's my gloves. And, water, of course, was frozen for the rabbits this morning, so I use in the wintertime, I use a rubber bowl for them, so I can break it out. They like to eat the ice, so I generally give them some ice chips out of it, and then fill it up with new water, and that will make sure that they get their drinks in. The chickens are on a heated water. It's not hot, it's just not frozen. And that's controlled with a thermocube. So I also have a heat lamp plugged into a thermocube for my well to keep that warm. You okay, honey? Hi. And so the well has that. I'm going to swap it out, I think, for a reptile ceramic, like a ceramic light. Those have less chance of fire. But I do not have anything in with my chickens. I closed up some of the windows that they have. They still have airflow. It's important to keep airflow with all of your animals, especially when it's cold, because that cold is going to condense. Any moisture you have is going to condense. So make sure they still have airflow across their area. The rabbits are completely fine in this weather. They have nice thick winter coats, and the chickens are completely fine too. They're still in bed. And if you heat your chicken coop, I mean, yeah, you might get more eggs, but if the power goes out, you'll probably lose your birds. The temperatures don't get so cold here that they won't do well. So, there's no need to heat them. People do, and that's fine as long as the power doesn't go out and it doesn't get, drop. I don't know what temperature that would be dangerous for them. But if they're acclimated to warm temperatures, then they won't do well in colder temperatures. Whereas if they're acclimated to colder temperatures, if it gets a little colder, then they'll be fine. Now, 16 degrees is what it is right now. According to the internet, the lowest low for my town is 14. I suspect that where I actually am, because I'm out of town, might be a little bit less, but we're near the lowest low, recorded low. because that's 14. And hi, what are you doing? And we're supposed to get, I think, even colder this next week. We're getting a polar vortex down here. I believe that's what they're calling it. And so, yeah. My pipes are not insulated under the house. Should they be? Yes. Work is still happening under the house, and so I didn't want to insulate them until they were done with that. But I might insulate the pipes this week before things happen. Before the temperature drops more. But what I am doing is I open the doors, the cabinet doors underneath the sinks, and I make sure I turn up my heat inside the house so that heat can follow those pipes down under the house and hopefully heat them enough they won't freeze. Another thing you can do is leave faucets dripping, so moving water tends not to freeze. In severe cold, it's going to freeze, but in cold such as my area, it probably won't. So these are some things. I haven't done the drippy faucet yet, but I probably will. And then, I don't know, I might go under and insulate. What's with your ears? Oh, you hear a car coming? I hear it now too. You hear everything, honey. So yeah, that's in my plans. It's cold weather. Make sure you start your car well in advance of leaving. Your car really does need to heat up before that point. And again, make sure you have your frost off your windshield and all that. Hi, bud. You guys are gonna hear the geese. We have Canada geese that apparently overwinter here, and at nighttime they go up the valley, and in the morning they come down. They spend a lot of time at the high school and in another pasture near there. They haven't landed on my property yet, as far as I know. I mean, I'm sure they have, but it seems like I'm a pass-through area, so things like avian influenza, I know, is big right now, and that is spread by waterfowl. You know, geese goes as a waterfowl. Their poop, basically. Could be other liquids, but it's basically their poop. And so if they were to poop over, while they're flying over, then that would be potentially harmful, but at least they don't stop and stay. Huh. You comfy? Yeah. He has a really low rumble purr right now. You content? Are you warming up? So the kitties have my neighbors just moved, and they gave me their old dog house. Mama Kitty would have her kittens in there during the cold time, so she would take them over there when it got cold, and so they are used to it. And Mr. Ringo and the white kitty, the little white kitty, have been staying the night in it. Huh. It's insulated. I need to make the door opening smaller, but it's insulated. They have their little kitty beds in there. Hi. I don't know where Mama Kitty is, but she tends to disappear when it gets cold, so obviously not exactly to that area. What are you doing? Comfy? But I also don't know where she is right now. She comes and goes for mealtime. Like, she's sometimes here, sometimes not. She may also be taking care of the other kitten. I haven't seen the other kitten in, I don't know, a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. And so I don't know if it's gone, or maybe she's nursing it back to health. I have no idea. Are you not comfy? I feel like you're not comfy. What would you like? Anyway, so hopefully they're somewhere warm, or she's somewhere warm. She may sneak in and sleep in the doghouse with them. I don't know. But keeping their water unfrozen, I should have just put the same thing as the heated chicken water that I got. I should have done something like that for them. The one that I got is supposed to be for, like, dogs and cattle and stuff, but it gets warm, and I don't really want them to have warm water, so I've been turning it on and off. So I leave it on at night, and then turn it off partway through the day, so that it they don't need warm water. If you're drinking warm water, you're using your body heat. Anyway, it's just best to drink room temperature water if you can. But yeah, the chicken water, that heater, it doesn't get hot. It just doesn't freeze. Huh. You were looking over there last night. What's over there? He's listening. You got your ears back, huh? So those are some general things to keep aware of with the cold. And I don't know at what temperature diesel gels, but there is a temperature that diesel will gel. Don't know what it is. But if you have a diesel, that might be why your truck's not working. I know we're going into a period of cold, and although I don't have quail right now, I used to. Hi. And I will again. And with quail, they're completely fine with the cold as long as they're, adjusted to it. So I wouldn't, if you have babies that are going to go outside, I wouldn't do it right now. I would wait until we get through the cold. But I have raised them in deep litter, and when it gets warm, because warm is more common the issue than cold where I used to live, they would burrow down into the wood chips and be insulated from the heat. That will also help them be insulated from the cold. A lot of people put in straw or hay or extra leaves that they can kind of burrow down into, and that's something birds do. I mean, not all birds, but some birds do. And that will give them a little bit extra area. What they really need is a windbreak. Now, what you use for a windbreak, that's up to you. At my old place, I used a shade cloth, a 2-foot, I think it was 2.5 foot tall shade cloth on the bottom, and that way all the upper part was still free-flowing airflow. They last pretty cold in winter. I don't know what their coldest limit is, but they've been, really, really, really cold temperatures. So, if you think about it, animals are out in this all the time in nature, and they figure it out, right? They go in a tree hollow, they go underneath clumps of grass, they go in the ground, they cuddle together, they may go underneath the duff or the leaf litter. There's all sorts of ways animals keep warm, and they may even keep warm by being up all night when it's cold. So that's another option. So, yeah, you just like to sleep in warm places, huh? Yeah, he's soaking up the heat right now. Huh, bud? Alright, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little chat. I was going to just show you him cuddling, but figured I'd talk about cold since it's cold and I got all dressed up for the cold. Well, I just have a sweatshirt and a vest on top, but I have my overall thingies on, because I was going to record elk, but then I spooked them. Sorry, elk. Yeah. Another thing to think about is in cold temperatures, your batteries, if you have flashlight batteries or, any kind of batteries, they might not last as long. Same thing in the heat. So, extreme temperatures. You look how you're falling asleep, dude. You falling asleep? Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy your day. Stay warm. And like the video, subscribe if you like it. Send it to someone new to a cold area. And, oh yeah, be careful driving because there might be ice. Or maybe just don't drive. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.